and we'll get started. Perfect. All right. All right, everyone. So thank you so much for joining. This is the Applying to the American Dream competition, everything you need to know. So we can go ahead and jump right in. So this is our scholarship committee board. So we currently have myself. So my name is Lillian Solis. I'm a first year admission counselor here at Elmhurst University. With us, we also do have Lauren Lehman. She is the admission events and visit specialist. Unfortunately, she cannot be with us today, but she is a part of our committee board here. And then we also have the director of admission events, Megan Alderson. Again, she cannot join us today, but this is her contact information. We can go ahead and dive right in. So this competition is for our admitted first year students. But if you haven't applied just yet to the university, you're more than welcome to still do so. You still have time, all right? So there's two ways that you can apply. So we have the traditional application route. So that means that we are looking for you to submit your high school transcript along with your SAT or ACT score. Okay, and that will then qualify you for scholarship. So we have our own individual merit-based scholarships along with other stackable scholarships. And of course, that qualifies you for this competition once you are admitted to the university. So that is a traditional application. The next route is the test optional application. I know many schools have now transitioned to that, and we are one of those schools. So we just require your high school transcript. Again, it's okay if you submit unofficial at the moment. We'll later on ask you for your official copy of your high school transcript once you are ready to commit to the university, okay? But for now, unofficial is totally okay. So with that being said, we will require an essay. Okay, so either submit a personal statement, narrative, or an essay that best reflects your work. I know with the Common App, majority of the high schools have now transitioned that route. With the Common App, it's really nice because you get to select your own prompt. So definitely work on that if you haven't already applied, and then get that in so that can qualify you for scholarships that I mentioned in the beginning. So our merit-based, our stackable scholarships, and along with this scholarship competition. Okay. All right. So after you apply, you can now apply to this competition, right? So after you're admitted and you find out the news that you're in, you can consider this competition, right? So what is the American Dream Scholarship Competition? So this is a competition that supports the enrollment of our first generation college students, okay? Down below, we have the definition of what that means, being a first generation, okay? So first generation college student means neither parent nor guardian has earned a bachelor's degree. If that sounds like you, then you qualify for this competition, all right? So this competition does consist of two rounds. So we have the first round, which is the application process. I will be sharing some links shortly in the chat, so keep an eye out for that. But the first round, again, will be due March 14th, 2025, and you will have to upload an unlisted video of no more than 3 minutes in length to YouTube on the topic entering the following prompt, okay? So the prompt is, the American dream is a belief that anyone, regardless of where they were born or what class they were born into, can attain their own version of success. What is your version of success? Okay, so you're answering that prompt. Again, the video is no longer than 3 minutes. Get creative. That's what we're looking for. And then also you will then be uploading a photo of yourself so we can display that during our award ceremony, which I will talk about that in a bit. Okay, so in the chat, I will be including our scholarship webpage, so you can go back and reference the competition, the application link, so it takes you directly to the first round. And then lastly, the tutorial for the unlisted YouTube video. Okay, so feel free to check it out in the chat, which I just sent. Copy it, save it in your notes app, and use that for later. All right. The second round, that is now taking place in person. Okay, so after you apply to the first round, you submit your video. Again, only we can see that. That automatically pushes you to round two, right? So you have to RSVP. You and your guest will then join us for round two, and that is on Saturday, April 5th, 2025. That will take place in the morning, so 8:30 until 11. I know it's a little early for some people, but it's super, super fun. It will again take place in person. Students and families will be invited to the second round of the competition, again, that we will house, we will host on campus. This event will include a group project. Again, nothing to worry about. You don't have to study for anything. We just ask that you show up in your Sunday's best. And then we will have a featured speaker and a chance for you to also meet other participants. So hopefully other future Blue Jays that you meet, your first group of friends, they will also be participating in that group project with you. For our guest, we do have, again, panelists, different resources for our first generation students that they will hear. And then we come together, and that concludes with an award ceremony hosted by Elmhurst University President Troy D. Van Aken. So he gives his speech, and then we conclude that with an award ceremony. Again, it is mandatory for all students to come and attend round two in order to receive the $1,000 scholarship for participating. Okay, so keep an eye out for that and register as soon as possible for round two. So what's on the line? So first place, as I mentioned, we're going to have an award ceremony in person. So first place is a full 4-year tuition scholarship. So you don't have to worry about paying tuition. We're going to cover that for you. The second place is a full 4-year $10,000 annual stipend. So on top of your other scholarships, you will see that additive to your financial aid package. Okay. And then again, regardless, just for participating and showing up to round two, you are going to receive $1,000 annually that will count towards your financial aid package. So that's $4,000 that goes towards your undergraduate career here at the university. So again, submit a video, RSVP, and then come to our round two in person. All right. All right. So are you in the game? So again, you must be admitted first. So if you haven't applied to the university, please do so. And then we can get you an answer as soon as possible. Once you are admitted, you then have the chance to apply to this competition or NEBR. Okay, so you cannot apply to both. It's either or. So whichever one works for you, again, please do so. And then if you, I know you're always on social media, so please get creative for the video portion. That's something that we really, really enjoy to see. We like to, hear your story and tell your story. So please get creative. And then you just submit a video and then you join us in person. So that's $4,000, right? So that $1,000 participation award times 4, that is $4,000 that goes towards your education here in the university. Okay, so please feel free to in the chat, feel free to ask any questions, unmute yourself as well. I also wanted to put a quick plug for our Instagram if you don't follow us already, but our Instagram here is Elmhurst Admission. Please follow us if you don't. We will be uploading a quick countdown for this scholarship competition and other additional information. So please keep an eye out for that. If anyone has any questions, I will be checking the chat. So feel free to, unmute yourself or type in the chat if you have any questions. Yeah, great question, Isabel. Yeah, so how will you send in the videos? Yeah, so in the slideshow, so for the first round, when you submit your video, you have to upload it as an unlisted YouTube video, right? So in the links that I shared in the chat, I send a quick video tutorial just so you can see how to unlist that, but you upload it essentially to YouTube and you put it as unlisted. So only we can see it here in the committee and it's not a public video. So feel free to check out that link in the group that I put under tutorial for unlisted YouTube video. Good question. Any other questions? Yeah, and thank you so much for joining us. Again, this is recording, so I will go ahead and stop it in a few if there's any additional questions, just in case if you forget that you asked a question and you want to go back and listen to it, you're more than welcome to. But thank you again for joining us. Yeah, so great question. So, has the American Dream Scholarship, is it new or was it always here? Yeah, so it's been here at the university. This is now our eighth annual. So, for 8 years, we've been doing it for our students here. So for our students who are receiving the first generation grant, they automatically qualify for this competition. So yeah, once you are admitted, you can then apply to this competition or neighbor, but it cannot be both. Yeah, good question. All right, there was another question asked. So to RSVP for round two, you will be receiving communication, but a link will be sent out to you directly. Again, you can always contact either one of us three, in the first slideshow, just so if you have any questions, but a link will be sent out to RSVP for round two. So great question. Yeah, so what criteria do the judges look for when, we're looking at the videos? So creativity for sure. If students are taking their time, right, answering the prompt. So it's similar to an essay, right? So, when your English teacher is asking you, hey, this is the prompt, answer the essay, similar to that, right? So we really want the student to get creative, they're answering the prompt and really sharing their story. So that's something that the judges are looking for. Great question. All right. Thank you again for joining us. Again, if you do not have any questions, you're more than welcome to head out for the rest of the evening. But again, I appreciate everyone's time. Again, this is recording, so I will go ahead and pause it in a bit and send out this video just so you can always reference back to it. But hopefully this, webinar helped everyone out just to get started. So I'm looking forward to seeing everyone's videos and submissions very soon. So thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and stop it now.